In a city of spectacle and grandeur, the biggest show in town right now is right here, Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. With Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. Happy to welcome you to week 2 of 3 here in the preseason. And this is the week, Brock, where a lot of players, they're not just fighting their opponents out there anymore, but they're fighting each other for the roster spots remaining as we look ahead to the final week of the preseason.
Yeah, that's well said, Kate. And every coach will say the same thing across all 32 teams. Don't count numbers.
Yeah.
Don't look around the room.
Yeah.
Don't look at anybody else. Just worry about doing your job. But when you're outside the top 40 or so, you know it. You know you're on the bubble, and this game really matters.
Daniel Carlson ready to get us started. And we're off and running in Las Vegas. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Well, here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. Bringing him out, coming off one of his best seasons as a pro, an MVP runner-up finish in year number 9, Dak Prescott.
I don't think I'm alone in this, Kate. To me, Dak is one of the easiest players to root for their success in the NFL. I think for me and for many others, it's based on all he's overcome, from tough playoff losses to significant injuries. But his leadership, his stats, his ability to play like an MVP in big moments, at his best, he really is all you could ever ask for.
And they'll bring him down after a pretty short game. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Here's Dak. He's throwing deep to the left side. And it falls incomplete. Went for the deep ball there, but just couldn't connect. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And now it's 3rd down. Now here's Prescott. He stays up. He's trying to go deep again. He's got it. Complete. It's a 31-yard play. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Following that last play, want to keep that pedal down. 1st and 10 from the 45. Trying an inside give to Elliott. And they bring him down around the 34. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
Coming up here. Once again, Elliott. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Talk to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. In the opening drive, the game ends in 3 points.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him. Have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Kickoff taken at the 3. And that's where they'll begin the drive following the return. So here come the Raiders now for their opening drive. They're led out by the mustached quarterback from Washington State, Gardner Minshew.
Kate, I don't know how many people know the story of Gardner Minshew and how close he was to becoming a GA and coaching. Mike Leach got on the phone with him and said, hey, why don't you take one more swing at this thing? Come out to Pullman, Washington, and lead my pirate ship. And all he did with that mustache was light the college football world on fire. And all he's been in the NFL with multiple organizations is that same spark plug that just makes something happen.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. They'll gain him a lone yard, but Brock, that's all they needed. First down.
Hey, I know the temptation is there. If I'm thinking in the booth, I know that play caller is too. There could have been a chance to be aggressive. Not the case. Go get the first down like they did, and a new set of downs to work with.
They'll go right back to Madison. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Here's Madison again. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one, and now it's 3rd and 8.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. He put too much juice into that one. It lands in the end zone. We're bringing things out to the 20-yard line. Back out come the Cowboys for their second drive. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Prescott set to pass. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And now they face 2nd down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Taking a deep shot here. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
I think it's fair to say, in the eye in the sky deadline, without that ball being tipped, we were looking at a big game. A missed opportunity to push their offense and a great play on the other side to deny the throw.
3rd and long for him here. That's caught for the first. And he'll get it up to the 44. They got 24 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Handoff, running right, Elliott. By a man, and now he's in the clear. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
Right back to Elliott now. Stiff arm success. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Another carry for him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Well, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
To the air, 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. It's a gain of 22. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. Just 3-0 is our score. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. Time for our 2nd quarter now. Let's see if the Cowboys can capitalize here in the red zone. They'll run here on 1st down. And he is into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys make it a 9-point advantage. Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. That one right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down. The offense will come onto the field. 2nd drive coming up for the Las Vegas offense. They now trail by double digits after that last score, Brock. It's 10-0 partway through here. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 13 at the 30-yard line.
Another try following the sack. Got a man, Bowers has it. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
3rd and 4 coming up now. back to throw. Minshew. That's grabbed inside the 30. And this will be a Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders start to fight back with their first points of this game. Devontae Adams, the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Daniel Carlson on for the PAT. That one splits the uprights. And they're a point closer now on the scoreboard. Volley set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And look at this return. And he's brought down. The offense will come onto the field. The Cowboys and Ezekiel Elliott just about set to get going on offense. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Elliott straight ahead. And he drives ahead for good yardage up to the 45. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Back-to-back carries here. Down the sideline inside the 40. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first. Well, Brock, they've made it a point to incorporate him into their offense, and, hey, no arguments here. He has been awesome and given them a spark they need when he gets involved. And it's so nice offensively, Kate, when you feel it, when you can run it, when you can throw it, and especially running it like this, going to pay huge dividends as the game goes on. 1st and 10 now from the 30. They give it to him again. And he's brought down after taking this to the 26. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Back to the well again. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels. Come up 1st and 10. No motion Lamb right. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively. Offense to the line for 2nd down. This is Elliott running right. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. Looks like a pickup of 2, and now they've got 3rd and 10. To throw is Prescott. And that's incomplete. He's going to wish he hung on to that pick there, but it's still going to bring up 4th down. Now Brandon Aubrey will try to knock it through for the Cowboys. This is going to be a 31-yarder from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll
double their lead to 6.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Kickoff taken at the 3. And that's where they'll begin the drive following the return. The Raiders and Devontae Adams getting set for another look here. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Minshew to throw. This will be caught by Adams. And he's down after getting us up to the 41. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for a Raiders first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Now Minshew. He'll get this one to Adams. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. 12 yards on that play and a good call, and that's up the first. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. It's the Raiders with 1st and 10. Here's Minshew. To left sideline, complete. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. Got a man over the middle. Complete. And nothing doing on that run. Defenders bottle it up quickly.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. 2nd down coming up.
2nd and 10 now. To the sideline, and it is caught. And they get this down the 10-yard line before going down. Give them 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets them a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
He's got it! And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Up the middle they go with Madison. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Raiders tie it in the final minute of the half. Carlson attack on the extra point. That one right down the middle. And they'll take the lead. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. Get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Dak to the air here. Catch is made down the right sideline. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I love throwing a 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for and you go out and execute.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Got a man, coverage lost him, complete. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. From the red zone now. And he makes the catch on the sideline. Oh, but they call it out of bounds. This close to 6.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. Got to shake it off and keep on firing.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Now Dak to throw. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Dak. Scored! Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys take the lead just before halftime. So, Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. That one splits the uprights. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Well, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden Ratings Hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1, and make your case for who should get a boost. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The timeout taken by Vegas. That's its 2nd. Only took him one play, partner, and they've already made it to that 40-yard line. Throwing here, Minshew. He's got the hook up to Adams. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Now the Raiders using the last of their timeouts. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. New set of downs for him at the 38. Minshew looking to throw. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
It's far enough, but no good. He sent it just a little bit right. And they fail to cut the lead in half. It stays at 6.
That's a kick right there, Kate, that defies explanation and analysis. But at the very least, if you're going to try a field goal on an early down, you've got to make it. That's embarrassing.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Carry here for Elliott. And he's brought down for a loss. So we've arrived at halftime with the Cowboys enjoying a lead on the road. As we hear from Jonathan Coachman over in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in just a moment. Want to remind everyone, this is week 2 of the preseason. These two teams will have one more tune-up after this next week, before the regular season gets started on the Thursday following Labor Day. We saw the vet with plenty left, Ezekiel Elliott, putting together a strong first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Aubrey now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. He's got a lane up past the 30. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this 3rd phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
Minshew setting up to throw. That one's complete, right side. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Raiders first. Inside handoff goes to Madison. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, the 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
From the 39. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Kendricks. And the Cowboys will set up just a little bit shy of the 40 following the tackle. All right, defense did its job. Forced the offense into a 3rd and long, and that, in large part, partner, led to that interception.
Such a dichotomy, Kate, in so many ways. Offensively, we hear all the time what? Stay on schedule, avoid these situations. Defensive coaches, you know what they say, earn the right to rush the passer, earn the right to make them one-dimensional, and when you do, go pay it off. And they did in the biggest of ways with that huge INT.
He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. An alert play defensively there. Got a hand on it to tip it away. That makes it 2nd down.
I mean, you can see it right there. The trajectory of the ball changed as it was in flight. You know, on shorter throws, receivers, they can focus, they can adjust quickly. But on a long-distance throw like that, a tip, well, it really alters the course of the ball and makes it so tough to make an adjustment in time.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down.
One defender failed. Well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball, make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Here's Dak. Sideline, he's got it, and he gets the feet down too. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin.
No hesitations from Antonio Pierce here. He's got the challenge flag out.
Previous play is under review.
Well, we're going to see how much of a sideline maven he is, Brock. This one very close, whether he got the feet down or not.
And I'm so impressed by all these mavens because you've got to make that transition from college where 1 foot, you're good.
Yep.
But not at this level. You've got to be a ballerina. You've got to get those toes both in, and the replay booth will be the judge of it.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So not only do they not get the result that they wanted, but they're going to lose what could be a very valuable timeout too. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
One thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
First down, and they go right back to it. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
This offense will take that from their ground game every time. But I know, because I've been around this league a long time, runs like that, they're really hard to come by. It takes everybody, and maybe a little breakdown there on defense, too, to take advantage of.
And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for them when you're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat. Blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Throw on 3rd down. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys push their lead further to start the half. Now in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
The Cowboys offense remains on the field. They're going to line up and go for 2 here. He's throwing for it. And no connection on the 2-point try. It fails.
That is a tremendous defense. First and foremost, you've got to defend against the run on this short of a field. To do that and adapt in time to force an incompletion, boy, that is a huge win for the defense.
Here's a return from the 7. Time for the Raiders offense to hit the field. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. To the ground with Madison. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 42. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure Coach, play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You could feel this defense right there on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Rifles it, and it's caught. And this will be a Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And they're a point closer now on the scoreboard. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Cowboys and quarterback Dak Prescott ready to get back to work. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
From the 28. He finds the open man there, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. A 2nd touchdown through the air for him, Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place, but 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separations and the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
That one splits the uprights, and they'll continue adding to their lead.
Brendan Aubrey is on for the Cowboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. At the 4-yard line. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And the touchdowns got to keep coming from as they still trail here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, kid, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
He'll get this one to Adams. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
The give here on 2nd. And that is a big hit right after that catch. So the play limited to maybe just a couple yards.
A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Here's Minshew. Complete beyond the marker. And this will be a Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's down to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one right down the middle. And they're a point closer now on the scoreboard. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Return coming from the 6.
Devontae Griffin on the return. The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying an inside give to Elliott. And this one doesn't go far. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Once again, Elliott. And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final play of the 3rd quarter. A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. The Cowboys have it with a lead, but the win's not secure just yet. The Raiders go a nickel on this 3rd down. Prescott will look to throw. That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up 4th down. Almost a completion of the wrong team there. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
Throwing for it on 4th. Launches one deep downfield. He's got it. Oh, what body control to stay in and get the 2 feet down. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a 4th down gamble.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Prescott to throw. And it's caught. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Well, that's sure one way to take the lid off a defense. Great work to find the biggest hole in the coverage, and more importantly, go exploit it.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Nothing doing that time, and it leaves them on 2nd and goal. Going ground game again here. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? It did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Dak to the air here. Ooh, that looked like a pick for a second, but it hits the end zone grass. They are very fortunate to get this one back, but now they've got 4th down.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll make this an 8-point game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the 4th quarter when it really matters.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. The Raiders have their offense back out there. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Minshew. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Got a man over the middle, complete. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. They get 22 on that one. And that's a Vegas 1st down. They'll run. This is Madison. And this one does not go far. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Got a man over the middle, complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 3rd and 4 coming up now. He'll throw it. He gets this one to Myers. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Back now, pressure on its way. That's taken in by Tucker. And he's able to get this down to the 13. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's across for the touchdown. And that flag is not going to stop this celebration. They know that's an offsides call.
Offside. Defense.
Got to the end zone with a free play, so they will, of course, decline offsides and take the points.
That penalty is declined.
Now a big 2-point try coming for these Raiders.
The Raiders will
Minshew looking to throw. And he's taken down. The defense maintains the 2-point lead. Well, they took their shot at the tie, but they'll need to manufacture another score in the time remaining now as that 2-point try is unsuccessful.
It becomes a little bit tougher to punch it in for 2 when that defense knows what's on the line, too. That's a spot where their hand was forced after the touchdown. They do their best to surprise them with the call. Easier said, Kate, than done.
The Cowboys and this running back headed back out for a new series. They managed 3 on their last drive, but down inside the red zone, disappointing not to come away with a touchdown. On 1st down, they'll run. And he's going to fight his way forward to the 23. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. No motion to Lamb, right. Right back to Elliott now. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Here's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Cowboys up by just a couple of points. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. His shot downfield will wind up incomplete. Just got a hand up on that to break it up. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage of this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
He's back to throw. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff up the gut. And he'll push this upfield and earn that with a new set of downs.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. If you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
Here he is to throw. The throw is caught. And this will be a Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders have taken the lead late. Carlson now to add one more. That one splits the uprights. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now to throw. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
To throw. And that's incomplete, and he's happy to have that one fall compared to, well, the alternative. Looked like it was going to be picked there.
Gosh, you can just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
Throwing now. To the sideline, and it is caught. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26. Looking to throw it. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands. He dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up. He'll look to throw it. He sends this one to the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys take the lead right at the end. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
So a big play for the Cowboys here as they line up for 2.
The Cowboys will line up.
The Cowboys signaling for their 1st time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. For the point after, here's Aubrey. That one right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead.
Raiders 41. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. Trying to break a return. Oh no, he lost the football!
Just look at everyone flying down the field. But when they fly down the field, they got two things in mind, Kate. Number one, get the returner down. And number two, separate the ball if you can. It's rare that it happens, but it sure is exciting when it does.
First and 10 now from the 30. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Throwing this back in the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys go up by 8 at the end. And that is his 4th touchdown reception of the game. And if you wonder how rare that is, only a couple of active players have ever achieved it in their careers, and it's been done less than 50 times in league history. A chance to make it a 2-score game now and likely clinch the win with this try. That one splits the uprights. And they'll continue adding to their lead.
Raiders 41. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he's brought down. The offense will come onto the field. Out comes Las Vegas on offense. And they can really do what they want with these last couple of snaps afforded to them because the outcome already decided. Minshew setting up to throw. He'll get this one to Adams. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. Here's Minshew. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. They're now set for 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Cowboys rush it in and they bring it down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd down.
So the Cowboys come in and take this one on the road. And they'll enter the final week of the preseason with a little momentum thanks to this victory. Ahead of that last tune-up before the games start to count. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one.
Let's end the show with a 6-0. Spread the ball around this drive.